Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. So in this tutorial I am going to explain about the ngFor. So in the last tutorial I have explained about the ngFor with else and then condition in detail. So I will share the link in the description box so you guys can check out the later. So before proceeding further, if you have not subscribed this channel yet, please subscribe this channel and press the bell icon. And you can also follow me on the Instagram and Facebook. So let me open the Visual Studio Code. So I will take over the same example which I have explained in my previous tutorial with the help of ng template, the ngIf and else condition. So let me give the brief description what we have understand in the last tutorial. So we implement the ngIf with then condition and else condition. So this particular div handles the else and then condition. So whatever this is the variable, and that particular variable is mentioned on the TS file, the component file. Let me say keep open, and we'll open the HTML as well. So see here, we have mentioned one variable, and that variable hold the boolean value, and if that boolean value become true, then mail section, which we have referred in the ng template as a reference variable with the help of asterisk sign. So when this mail condition hold the true value, then this particular template or section will reflect on the DOM, and this particular section will not reflect on the DOM, and vice versa. So what is the use of ng template? We can use with the help of div as well, but what is the use of ng template? First, reference variable will not going to work with the div. Second, the benefit of ng template is that until the condition is not true, that particular section will not render on the DOM or browser, right? So what will be the benefit? So benefit will be your application will be light because less content will be loaded on the DOM, correct? So let me remove everything from this TS HTML file, and now we are going to implement the ngFor. So what does it mean by ngFor? Where we should use ngFor? ngFor means when you get the data in an object and want to display the data in an object more than one. So we need ngFor. ngFor will iterate the data inside the whatever the value inside that particular object. Okay, so let's create one object and we'll do the ngFor, will iterate. Okay, like when we are displaying the data in the tabular format. So for creating the tabular format, we need to use ngFor. So we'll create one object, and that object will hold some value, and we'll implement the ngFor on that object. Now I'm going to create one array called currency price. Currency means we will define some currency pair, and we'll define the prices against that currency pair, the exchange price. For example, GBP to INR, GBP to USD, then INR to Canadian dollar. So this kind of currency pair we will define here. So let's take the example currency price, correct, and which is of any. Okay, any means any data type, means it can hold any kind of data. Okay, so this is an array, and inside that array we are going to define an object. So when you put the curly bracket, it is mean object. So I will put the one key currency pair, and I will name the currency pair GBP to INR, and the second key will be price. I would say 100. I think it's around 101. So next, just copy and paste, and we'll repeat the data. Let's copy and paste, because this is an array, and array contain objects. Okay, so let's copy, and we'll repeat the same object with different currency pair. So we'll say USD to GBP, and the price is around 70, and then Euro to INR, it's around 85. I think 3 is enough, 85.9 I would say. Okay, and save it. Now this is an array, and we will we will implement ngFor on this array. So let's go and define one div. So we'll say here as an h2 heading, and we'll say ngFor just as an heading. Now we'll take one div, and the syntax of ngFor is asterisk ng, f will be capital, and then let is the keyword, and any variable, or we could say name data on, then mention your object or array. And inside this div we would take two div. Okay, one div will display the currency and the other div will display the prices. So either way we can, okay, let's do one thing. Let me show you the data first and then we'll design. We'll say data dot, what was the key name? First one was currency pair, and then second was data dot price. Okay, and then we can change the line, save it. Let's see the data. We'll go to the browser and we'll see the data. Let's run localhost 4200. So we shall see the ngFor. Okay, there is some syntax error. Okay, not on, it should be off, and save it. Now we can see the data, yeah. But like in case we would like to give some heading and then bind inside the body part, then in that particular case we can put this design into a table format. So take the table and take the th heading, inside the heading take the tr, and inside this tr we will have two td, because we will have two headings, right? So you can define as many as td. It's just depend on the number of heading you have inside that object. Okay, heading we have defined. Let's define the body. So t body, and inside this t body we will have one tr, and inside the tr we will have two td. One td for currency pair, and the other td will for currency price. So we'll implement the ngFor on tr here, on this tr, not on the t body. Tr will be repeating. So just copy here and paste inside this first td, and then price inside the second td, and save it. Let's go to the browser and we'll see the result. See, now this look more clear than the previous one. Here you can see the heading, and with the heading you will see the data. So I think the second one is make more sense and more clear and more readable. Yeah, so in this way you can use the ngFor to iterate the data and to show the data in the tabular format. And here we can also implement some bootstrap css. So whenever I will implement the bootstrap, I will take the same example and will implement the bootstrap css, so that your table will look more attractive and more user friendly. So thank you for watching this tutorial. If you have any question regarding this or any previous tutorial, please mention the question in the comment section. I will be very happy to answer. And if you have not yet subscribed this channel, please subscribe this channel and press the bell icon, so that you can receive the latest notification on the video on your YouTube channel, and also share and like this channel. Thank you so much.